My name is Aslah and I'm a full-time software engineer living in Prague. This is the tour of my very first studio apartment here in Prague City. I moved into an apartment that's about 47 meters square, which is around 505 square feet, located just 15 minutes away from the center. One of the reasons I chose this apartment is its location. The convenience is definitely worth paying for, even though my space is relatively small. Since my work is close to the city center, taking a tram to work from my apartment only takes about 20 minutes. Later in this video, I'll be sharing with you guys why I moved to Prague and exactly how much it costs to rent one of these. So make sure to stay tuned until the end. Alright, coming in from the entrance, I have a narrow hallway that takes you to all the rooms in this apartment. My apartment is technically not a studio. You will see why in a moment. Here I have a small storage space where I store all my miscellaneous stuff like barbecue stands, my mic stand, umbrella, iron table. So anything that doesn't belong inside, I just keep them here. And onto the right here, I have my wardrobe stand and a shoe rack, and also my main wardrobe where I store all my clothes. So turning back, we enter through the first door that leads to my living room. Here I have a dining table with 2 chairs, and onto the left I have a small little, I don't know what my owner was thinking making this all red, but if he was looking for something flashy, yes, he has achieved that. So over here I have an electric stove with an oven, and I have a filter coffee machine over here. Recently I've been not using this coffee machine because I don't like how the filter coffee tastes. Lately I've been using this little mocha coffee maker. So if you're into little espresso shots, I highly recommend getting one of these. So moving back here, I have my living room space where I have my pull-out sofa. Usually I keep this couch closed at all times unless I have someone staying over or one of my friends are here, or I just want to chill out and relax on the couch. I pull out and make this couch to be a bed. So if you have watched my recent day in the life video, you would see how I usually set this up. So now we are entering my office slash living space. As you can imagine, this is my most favorite space in the whole apartment. I do have a lot of plants in here because I think having plants makes your place feel more green and fresh, and it's also good to have some living beings with you in your apartment. I will get to the office space in a bit. Before that, in the beginning I said my apartment is technically not a studio. The reason being is this wall. So if you noticed, my kitchen space and my bedroom space is separated by this wall. So usually in studios, you don't have a separation by any walls. Your kitchen and the bedroom is in the single space. But in my case, if you noticed, I have a door over here that lets you straight into my bedroom, and I have a door over here that lets you straight into my living slash kitchen space. So technically studios don't have this separation. This would be like a 1+1 configuration, but even then it's not a 1+1 because here there's an open space between these two areas. So technically it's not a studio, but it's also a studio. Anyways, moving on, here I have my bed, which is quite comfy in my opinion. And over here in this corner, I have a little wardrobe, and this is my book corner. Recently, I picked up these 2 books, Show Your Work and Steal Like an Artist from Austin Kleon. I highly recommend reading these, especially if you're a creative person. And over here, I have my F1 Lego set. I am a vivid F1 fan, so when I got this Lego set, it took me over a week to build this, and after building it, I didn't know what to do with it exactly. So right now I just have it here just for the vibes. And over here I have my old camera. Over here, starting with my sunglass there, this is a stand that I like to call the summer stand, because I only keep things that makes me feel like summer over here. So if you look here, I have my summer cap, and this is a little fake IKEA plant. And this fan is something that I picked up just 2 days back. Usually Czech Republic or Prague is known for its winter season, but in recent years it has been getting really hot here during the summer. So you need some sort of fan or cooler to get through the summer. Global warming, I guess. So this is something worth investing here in the summer. And over here I have my mirror. So just like anyone else, I like to check myself out before going out. So this is quite a tall mirror. It's 50 by 150. So I moved to Prague back in 2017. After my high school, I wanted to do my university abroad, and Germany was my first choice. But doing bachelor's in English in Germany is a lot more expensive. So I decided to look around, and Czech Technical University in Prague came up on the list. It's one of the oldest technical universities here in Central Europe, and one of my mutual friends at that time was also studying at the university, so I finally decided to move here. Honestly, it's one of the most beautiful city and peaceful country to be in, and geography wise, Prague's location is in the heart of Central Europe. So if you travel 3 to 4 hours on road in any direction, it gets you to the capital city of the next country. So 3 to 4 hours to the north from Prague gets you to Berlin. In the south you have Vienna, Budapest, and if you were to fly in 1.5 hours, you will be in Paris. So that makes the city a lot more attractive even for companies. And recently Prague is being considered as the IT hub of Central Europe. So there are a lot of startups, including corporate, setting up one of their locations here in Prague. And it's also slowly making the city a lot more expensive compared to my previous years. So for a space like this, I'm paying a little more than 800 euros. That's around close to $1,000 US. So moving on to my favorite space in this whole apartment is my office slash creative space. I try to keep this space as clean as possible because this is where I spend most of my time, and I really like this table. It looks really good. I think it looks really good. It's aesthetically very pleasing, but I would have much preferred a bigger table. This is also a reminder that everything that looks good is not the best, at least utility wise. And over here I have my studio lighting setup. Usually I keep my lighting setup back in the storeroom, but recently I picked up the Amron 100D and the Godox Octagon softbox, and they're quite big to be in my storeroom. Plus I don't want to be keeping them moving place to place, so I just kept them permanently over here. And over here I have 2 photo frames, and this is one of my favorite plants because it looks like a banana tree. At least the leaves look like a banana tree, and it looks quite good in the pictures and videos. But the issue here is as the leaf grows, it gets quite heavy and it breaks. So the solution I found is to tie them all together so that they don't spread out so far and get heavy. If you look closer here, I tied them all using a Type A to lightning cable because I couldn't find any other thread to tie them all together. And this is one of my studio lights I use for backdrop, and I think it looks quite good in the videos or in just general. So moving on, if we go through my second door, if we open this, we reach back to my narrow hallway, and onto the left here I have my shower room, which has a very nice mirror cabinet, and that there is my washing machine. If we walk back, this here is my toilet. If we walk forward, Over here we are back to my living room. So that is my maze of an apartment. And last thing I want to show you guys in this video is my backyard. So I live in the ground floor. My window opens up to a little backyard here where I sometimes hang out with my people whenever I'm free. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the tour of my little studio space here. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have been, thanks for watching. I will talk to you in the next one. Cheers.